Olive the Other Reindeer by J. Otto Seibold and Vivian Walsh. Olive the Other Reindeer. Every day, Olive took her daily dog walk, winter, spring, summer, or fall. Today was a winter's day. It was the holidays. There was music playing outdoors. People were singing along. Olive the other reindeer. Olive was too shy to sing. She hummed. Back at her doghouse, Olive was wrapping presents and listening to the radio. She heard the same song again. Olive the other reindeer, went the song. Olive the other reindeer, Olive sang along. Olive the reindeer, said Olive. I thought I was a dog. I must be a reindeer. It was the time of year when all reindeer reported to the North Pole to help Santa Claus. Olive put down her scissors carefully and marched out the door. She took one bus and then 2 buses. She got there just in time. Santa was checking his list for the second time. Elves were busy helping the reindeer and loading the sleigh with presents for all the good girls and boys. Everyone was getting ready to go. Olive took her place. Santa noticed that there was a little dog in the lineup. Santa knew a lot about dogs. For instance, they can't fly. But as it was time to go, he decided to give Olive a chance. Comet, the biggest reindeer, used a piece of extra ribbon to make sure Olive was tied in safe and tight. Now they were ready to go. Olive was surprised. It was so easy to fly. The other reindeer were very curious about the new helper. They looked at Olive so much they weren't watching where they were going. Crash! They flew smack into the top of a too-tall tree.
"Oh dear," said Santa, "my sleigh is stuck in this tree. I'll have to cut it free."
Olive clung to the side of the tree. She had tried to fly up to help Santa, but she could not. She climbed up slowly and started chewing. Chewing sticks was something Olive could do well.
"Thank you, Olive," said Santa Claus,
as they got back on their way. They had not traveled far when Olive's nose began to twitch. Olive smelled trouble. It was the smell of gumdrop candies as they fell from the sleigh. Drop, drop, drop. Olive barked and Santa knew what to do. He steered the reindeer down and around so that all of the gumdrops fell, plop, 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 back into the toy sack. We were very lucky to not lose a single gumdrop, thought Olive. Then she heard a strange sound. It was the musical note, ee! She spun around on her string to see the night sky filled with falling flutes. Olive had to howl louder than the wind instruments. This was not music to Santa's ears.
"First gumdrops, and now flutes," thought Santa. That tree must have torn a hole in my sled. Prepare for an emergency landing, Santa instructed.
The sleigh landed in a snowy field full of flutes. Luckily, Olive was very good at fetching sticks. It is something dogs love to do. Before Santa had finished patching the hole in the sleigh, Olive had returned each and every flute back to the sack.
"Ho, ho, ho," said Santa. "We're ready to go."
They were running late, but after a while, all the good children received their presents, and Santa and his team headed home. They were almost home when they got caught in the dreaded North Pole fog. The reindeer slowed down until it was only the breeze that moved them along. The fog was as thick as a pillow. It made everyone feel sleepy. Then Santa remembered something about dogs. They are expert smellers.
"Olive, I'd hate to be late for breakfast this year," he said. "Mrs. Claus has planned a parade of cookies. You can almost smell them, can't you?"
Olive could smell the cookies.
"Olive, won't you guide my sleigh this morning?" asked Santa.
Olive moved to the front of the reindeer. Thanks to Olive's nose and Mrs. Claus's baking, they made it all the way back to the North Pole. All of the elves sang out a cheer. Hooray! Hooray! Santa and the reindeer and the little doggy are back. Back at the North Pole, it was a glorious morning. After eating lots of good food, it was time to open presents. The reindeer got jump ropes, and the elves got toy trains. Santa reached into his toy sack. There was just one present left. It was for Olive. It was her very own set of reindeer antlers. They fit perfectly. Then everyone went outside to play reindeer games. The end.